basically, it's already in our bodies. It's in our liver. And what it is it's what tells us to produce insulin or not. Well, they found this injection that you put in. You only would have to take it like maybe once every month, once every 6 months, maybe once a year. And what it does is it tells your body to produce the insulin that you need. And if your body accepts it the way it's supposed to. That way diabetics wouldn't have to take insulin shots. And you would only have to take the beta-trophin shots, which instead of taking insulin once a day, you'd only take that 6 months, once a year. So it'd be a drastic change and help diabetics out drastically. It's a great breakthrough for people with diabetes.
Alright, and I have the WHO and the where. The WHO is Mr. Douglas Melton. He is the co-director of the Harvard Stem Cell Institute, and the other director is Peng Yi. He's also another director at Harvard Stem Institute.
I have the win. The research came out in April of 2013.
I have why. At the Harvard Institute, where they were doing this practice, the way they discovered it was they were trying to figure out what happens if animals don't produce enough insulin. They were trying to see if it has like the same effects as humans and stuff. And when they did, they discovered with the beta cells and all that, about how we like get injected, and they discovered when you get injected, you could only have to do it every so often because it like produces a lot more than usual as somebody with diabetes. Here's the video explaining it better than we did.
In Cambridge, Massachusetts, at the Harvard Stem Cell Institute, researchers say they may have discovered a way to slow or possibly even stop the progression of type 2 diabetes, one of the world's biggest health problems.
We've discovered a new hormone that tells the body to make the cells that make insulin. And as you probably know, insulin is needed by all kinds of diabetics, type 2 and type 1 diabetics, because their bodies don't make enough insulin. So we're a long way from a treatment, but if this could be used in people, what I think it could mean eventually is that instead of taking, say, insulin injections 3 times a day, you might take an injection of this hormone once a week or once a month, or in the best case, maybe even once a year.
There are approximately 20 to 30 million diabetics in the United States, and the disease costs an estimated $200 billion a year to treat.
When we discovered this gene, we called it beta-trophin. We've done the work in mice, but of course we're not interested in curing mice of diabetes. It's only important to us if it exists in humans. So we now know the gene is a human gene. We've cloned the human gene. And moreover, we know that in human serum or in human plasma, the beta-trophin protein, this hormone, exists.
On February 10th, 2011, one of Doug Melton's postdoctoral fellows, Peng Yi, first observed beta-trophin stimulating the massive production of insulin-secreting cells.
I just sit there at the microscope and looking at all these replicating beta cells. I just cannot believe in my eye because I have never seen this kind of dramatic replication.
I remember this very well. So he showed me this black and white picture where you're looking at a section, like a section through a sausage, of the whole pancreas. And when you normally look at a black and white picture of that, it's very hard to tell where the beta cells are, the insulin